Hello, this is William Vinson, yeswilliam.com. Please subscribe and like the video and ring the bell so you can get notice of future videos, because I'm going to be doing things like this and finding out what we can do to increase our view time and our subscriber count and any kind of little tidbit that I can come across to help all of us out, because we're all in this together, right? We're pretty should be anyway, because this is what I'm talking to, is people with my own niche, and my own niche is marketing, and marketing involves all of this SEO, optimization, and keyword search, content search, content marketing, that sort of thing. So we're all interested in this, I'm pretty sure, all of us together. So okay, this is the clip from when I started. I'm just going to show you what the page looks like in the beginning. I'm going to trim off the ends of it, but it don't matter, so you can see what the page looks like in the beginning and where you need to go to sign up, because you got to sign up first. Okay, this is Buzzsumo. I'm going to sign up. This is where it gets you after you register or make an account or whatever you do. It comes here, and they got this little button down here. It says take a quick tour. So let's take a quick tour together, okay? See the line up here, number 1. This is a search engine for Buzzsumo. You can put whatever kind of tag you want into there, or even, as it turns out, a search engine or domain. You can search by domain. So if you got something that you're in, that you're looking at. Some of my friends are, I don't remember what they call horse people, but horses. Some of them are self-help. Some of them, are mind games. So you put up in here whatever that part of that you're wanting to look for, and then hit the search, and it's going to bring up content on what you need to be looking for. Number 2. You can go look and find out when the date the content was found. You can narrow it down to 24 hours even, or the last week, or the last month, the past 6 months, past year. So you can go to, however, but if you get to 2 years back, people might not even be interested in that content anymore. It might have developed into new stuff now. You know how fast things are going anyway. Shoot, you can get 3 phone upgrades in 2 years. Next, what post and why post. Notice how each piece of content is tagged by type. A piece of content can have many tags. For instance, it's common for an article to also have a video or infographic in it. So the content, it's kind of like ours. Our content's all video. Some of it is not, and a lot of it's paper, but you'll notice we can find a lot, it's all going to be here anyway. And why post. So we go to the next. Next, we got view shares. You can click here to view the Twitter users that have shared this article and sort the metrics such as page authority or followers. You don't just get it on Twitter, because they show you Facebook, Pinterest, Reddit, and number links. And the problem I found out with Reddit is people have a hard time getting started on there, because I don't know what kind of thing they call their engagement, but you got to do it 10 times before you can even post anything there. I think it's like comment or something like that. I haven't really figured that out yet, but you got to do that before you can even post anything on Reddit. So somebody that's doing it in Reddit, they're more advanced than I am. I might have 2 of them by now, I think, of the 10 things I need. So next, we go to Forbes. Finally, you can view the content itself in a new window by clicking its URL, because the content's going to have a URL. You see the list of that content, 8 trends that will shape content marketing in 2017, and it has the site it came from. So you can click on that site and see that content. Okay, so we're going to click done. Now, I did this once with online marketing instead of content marketing, but And I'll show you what it shows here because I already went to the site. Now here you got, like I was telling you before, it's got Facebook engagements, Twitter shares, Pinterest shares, Reddit engagements, and a number of links. And you see the URL is highlighted, so you're not going to miss that. It's green also, and you can see how when you come up over the content, your hand comes up and lines come up under. You can click on the content and go straight to the content. Now down here, and you notice a lot of things here are about Google, because evidently everybody's interested in Google. So if you're doing search engine work on Google, you're doing good. This is the one I clicked on, 7 SEO best practices you should be doing regardless of what Google says. This comes from Search Engine Land. Now I clicked on this, but you can look here at the Facebook engagement was 2.1 thousand. Twitter was 592. I don't remember who the red one is. Let's see who the red one is. Pinterest is 15. Reddit. See, I was telling you about Reddit. See, there you don't have but one engagement in all of these websites here with Reddit, because Reddit's real difficult to get into. And then 15, what we got here, number of links. You got 15 links on this one too. You can look at the view. You can share this piece of content. You can look and see how many shares. Well, it says a selection that shared this content on Twitter, but you can see what's happening on there. You can view the articles that link to this piece of content, and you can save it, create it, put it in your folders if you want for future research. Now I want to go back here because there's something I wanted to put in here in particular for somebody in particular. Now we're talking about mind games, and you know who I'm talking about. Mind games, brain. So we're going to click on that. Let's put that in there. There we go. And search. Now, Robert, this will do for you. This is what you're talking about. Look at the content. Mind games, what magic reveals about how our brain works. Wife of former NFL player, how the brain-rattling game of football destroyed my husband's mind. Brain-computer interface lets 3 people play video gaming using their minds. Look at some of this stuff. And look at the engagements. 1,659, 303. It gets lower as you go. Twitter shares. Probably what you want to do is about the magic about how our brain works. Even Reddit. Look at the Reddit engagements. I guess they're interested in it too, and number of links. Now you can click on that and it'll take you to that particular piece of content. And here you go. And he kind of looks like Mark Harbert almost, don't it? Okay, this is The Guardian, lifestyle, mind games, what magic reveals about how our brains work. Anyway, you can see there's a lot of information here. You can get a lot of content out of that, and since you're here, you can support The Guardian if you want to, I guess. But just looking at that, now let's go back to the beginning. And type in horse health. Let's do that. Or horse training, maybe. Horse training. Okay, now you see the kind of numbers you're coming up on here. People getting good numbers on horse training. And the biggest one is from City News Science. Horse dies while training at Santa Anita. 30th death of the racing season. Boy, that's a lot of horses, and you were right. They do die pretty easy, don't they? Okay, now you've seen everything else, so anyway, I guess I'll let y'all go now and look for your own self at whatever happens to be your interest in your niche. So, remember, if you hadn't done it already, like this video, And if you hadn't done it already, subscribe to my channel. And if you hadn't done it already, comment, please. Even if you just put a 1 in the comment section, let's try and do that. Put a 1 down there and see what happens. Well, I'll see what happens. I'll tell y'all later. But you got to put a 1 in there for me to figure it out. Okay? Okay, y'all have a good night. Till tomorrow.